Now we'll move on to our next session, which is with Ms. Gurpreet Seble. She is the nail art guru in India, and I request her to join me on stage. She is instrumental in bringing nail art to India with her experience and education in America. Today, she'll be talking about nailing it, examining how to run a successful nail salon. With this wave of nail salons mushrooming in India, we would like to know how exactly nail salons operate and how to make it profitable. And Gurpreet ma'am is the right person to help us with that. May I please request ma'am to step on the stage?
Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. How are you? Samir, it was fantastic. I enjoyed your session. Hi, Vikram. It's so nice to be in Mumbai. One of those things that has become so nostalgic because of the 2 years that we missed out. It's nice to be back here. And when they told me that I'm talking about a successful nail salon, I said everybody already knows it. I have nothing to add to it. I can only talk a little bit about my journey. And obviously, we all know it's the fastest growing category in the beauty industry, we have seen such a wave of progression that was when I spoke about it at a PBI show in 2015. I know there were lots of smirks and there was over 100 people there and they had a good laugh. And I said, there will be a time when the Mehndi artists will do nails in India. And today, I can tell you, as of 6 months ago, we have done the maximum setups with, obviously, with makeup artists and Mehndi artists and boutiques. I mean, I don't know where a nail bar doesn't fit in. We're now our own personal venture. We have a cafe, a coffee bar coming up with a nail bar. So it's a small tag thing. And I know that everybody is interested in doing it, but let's see how we can do it right. I'm sure those of you who have seen me around know that it is my 19th year in India. And it's been a very nice journey thanks to the wonderful people in the industry. It was just a sabbatical, a trip to India that turned into a new journey. It was, I am nowhere in the beauty industry in North America. I only knew nails because it was my hobby. I learned it just for as a hobby, as a stress buster, because I was heading software training and development in the aviation industry, and it can be very stressful. So 6 months in India, nothing to do. What should we do? So let's set up a nail bar. And that was the starting of India's first full service nail spa. And people came and said, what? Only nails? Ye to kabhi nahi chalega. So I said, okay, I have been in North America for almost 3 decades. I know the expansion. I saw the expansion. I actually wanted to show them what I had in my vision. But obviously, at that time, it was a mundane effort to even talk about billions of dollars, right? So I thought, okay, it's a 6-month thing. Doesn't matter if it works, doesn't matter. I'll have fun. But there was no nail technology in India at that time, as we know. So besides me, who's going to work here? My business partner, of course, because she was 51% holder. I was not permitted to be a full business ownership was not permitted for me. But who else? And that was the starting point, my long journey to start education. And for those of you who connect with me way back, I traveled north, south, east, west, central. We did so many trips when we were doing 6 cities in 7 days. We would just go and do an event, pack up, fly to the next city, next day do the event, and this continued for at least 2 or 3 years to bring about the awareness of what is artificial nails. It's not something to be scared about, and then when we spoke about you guys are now doing L'Oreal and hair color. There was a time you did only henna. And now even the rickshawalas have hair highlights. And they said, but wo to hair hai. So it's been a long journey. And 2008 is when we really saw some, the silver lining in the cloud, not for me, but for the rest of the country. And thanks to PBI also, because we were already with them when they had outsourced to India. But that was when they came back, and that was a big leap forward. So I have only been involved in the education end, as everybody knows. The business side, for those of you who know, the business is run by the other 4 directors. And some of you even know them, whether it's Joban or Harp or Meenu or Nalini. But for me, it was a light bulb moment that I can do something in India which I will never get the opportunity to do in North America. And that is to give from myself, to give a lifeline to somebody, not give them a fish, but show them how to fish for the rest of their life. So I coined a mantra that said, make dreams come true. And all these years, I have only worked on that. The children who come to us are even underprivileged, yes, but mostly it's the uneducated strata. So now, currently, I have the academies are in Gurgaon, of course. When I'm in India, I am based there. But I travel to Manipur, Nagaland, Assam, Sikkim, West Bengal, and very soon we're launching Jharkhand. And the best thing is that just last month we have collaborated with the LGBTQ community, which was also a dream of mine that I must get inroads, and it was the hardest inroad to get into their community. We have quite a few trans and from the LGBTQ training with us, and we hope that everybody in the industry will come forward and employ them, because it's not just about education. It has to be tied to employment. To talk about NSG, they have set up 1,200 nail bars in India. And the nail bar success is a simple thing. It's a small tag enterprise, simple business, steady outflow. And all that you need is to consult with somebody with experience, the designing nail products, trained technicians. The end-to-end solution is not a problem. You just have to make sure that they're talking from experience, because the blind leading the blind is not going to get you anywhere, right? And I can tell you, this is a recession-proof business. Having lived in North America, I've gone through more than 3 recessions, and you know the cycle of recessions. It happens, and it's bound to happen again. COVID was a different story, but recession-proof, why? I noticed that during recession, there were 2 things that never went down: the coffee and nails, all over North America. No matter how bad, you lost your job, you're interviewing for another job, you better be groomed. You're sitting at home, you're a homemaker, and you have to live at home. I'm going to go out and pep up myself, go enjoy, get my nails done. So if you're working in corporate as I was, I needed to be groomed 24/7. They could call me into the boardroom anytime, because I was director of education with software in Air Canada. And that was a huge responsibility. I was responsible for 60 of them. And bombs could explode anytime. And anybody could just come up and say, what's your beef? And there you go. So you better be groomed. You don't have to see my nail is chipped, my polish is coming off. No time, nothing. So recession proof, because I have seen it. I could not explain to the people in India in 2004 that you are going to see an explosion, but I was totally in conviction that they will see it. Whether I am here or I move back, somebody will keep on doing it. Today we see every nook and corner. There's all kinds. Like, I think a successful nail bar can be in a rural area, as we have just launched a new technology for the rural sector, but it can be anywhere. It depends what you think is successful. It's not just about the numbers. It's about doing a business that you love to do, and you do make money, of course, but you're giving from your heart. That's what I call successful. But of course, you're going to make money. There's no 2 things about that. Everybody knows the simple mathematics with the nail bars, you know. So the good quality products are needed. Of course, the certified nail techs, an international academy, and most of all, as we just heard Samir speaking to, the brand matters. Everybody will do everything, but the brand matters. If that brand is able to support you, show you the path, then that's the brand you should be with, right? If I'm buying a Mercedes and I don't have a Mercedes showroom to take my car when I have an accident, I don't know where I'm going to go with it, right? So you need to be with somebody who has the knowledge and the experience. That's my words of wisdom. Doesn't mean you have to come to me, but you have to find somebody who is up there and knows what they're doing, right? So our training, what happens at NSG? Yes, we call it one NSG because it's one team, one mantra. We do everything in-house, from training, sales, R&D, products. Believe me, we have a lab that we test products, anything and everything that's in the market, but also like what I bring back on every trip, because we're already, I'm from IT into nails, and I used to say IT changes all the time. I'm telling you, nail technology changes all the time. You can get better and better if you have the best technology, the best products. So we are, with our sustainable focus towards youth empowerment and employment, that's me. That's my focus. That's my baby. The business side is always going to happen. And the entrepreneurs who have joined hands with us to give them employment, I'm very grateful to them. Because these 12,000 bachas that I have trained in these years, 80% we gave jobs, 20% entrepreneurs, and they also gave them jobs. So that's how the numbers work out. Our rural system that we've just launched in July and August is to go totally make inroads into the villages. And there is a system that they can use, and they can also have these extensions without doing, even without electricity, without the lamps, without the drill machines. And we trained 50 young girls in Hoshiarpur in August. It was part of a collaboration with Indian Council of Social Welfare and also a CSR workshop. And this was a new normal for us, but I'm very happy that we have launched it. The LMS program will reach out to everybody. There's nothing that any child sitting anywhere, even reaching the Adivasis in Jharkhand, it has a plan in place. Okay? So this was covered by the Punjab Kesri when we trained 50 girls, and they came from villages, 2 hours by bus, 1 hour by bus, some on a bike, some on a cycle. And we saw awesome response and the fire they have. It's not just in the cities. The villages are full of youth who want to do something. And we must reach out to them, and that's my mission, and that's what I'm doing now, to reach out to the rural. That's why Jharkhand has been on the radar. We couldn't do without these ladies. Shiny, our senior national trainer, and Nalini, she is heading technology, and all R&D in-house is done by Nalini. I don't know without the head of technology where I would be, because I just dump 10 cartons of samples and I leave, and she has to go through everything. So thank you, Nalini, and thank you, Shiny. I cannot close without talking about skill development and the role that we have played with BWSSC. Everybody knows about BWSSC, but that was a big push for skill development. And as a founder member, when I had a chance meeting with the MD of CII, and his PA invited me to the CII office, and I was sitting in front of 5 gentlemen who were asking me, why do you need a beauty and wellness sector skill council? Really, you need one? I said, yes, you need one. India is very unorganized in the beauty sector. They said, well, what are the demographics? I said, sir, I'm from North America. You know the demographics. So that was the starting or the seed for BWSSC in the CII office. And thereafter, we know everything that happened. I have written the job roles for the nail industry, completely all the job roles on an international level for the nail industry in India, so that we go on the right path. There is a lot that we can do, but if we follow a path, then it's very straight and simple. We're aligned internationally, whether it's VTCT or it's any international institute. And now coming up are the 4 volumes I've written for BWSSC. They'll be translated into all languages. And that's, I guess, my work in India seems to be done, and I can look at empowerment. I can look at going back and actually retiring. Yeah. But that's because of LMS. That LMS will allow me a little time on the beach, which it doesn't right now. So that's what experience is. And I always felt that to whom a lot is given, a lot is expected. So my journey has been about giving, and anybody who wants anything, I'm ready. You can ask me anything and you can work with anything that you want. My contribution, I am not a business. I'm on the education side. For business, of course, we have the other teams. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, what is the prerequisite of starting a nail salon?
Kanishka, very, very simple. It's bare bones, as I mentioned. All you need is to get a place that you want to set up. That's the starting point. After that, nothing is difficult. You do, we help you with the designing, the infrastructure, the consulting, and we don't charge anything. So the most important thing for me when somebody's starting a business is how can I make them successful? And they do need the trained staff. I have distributed OPI, Star, Pucho, IBD, all the brands that I brought from North America. No product will jump out of the bottle and do something. It's the talent of that technician that will satisfy the time. Right? So very important that you have good products. Very important. You don't want any challenges with the product not doing what it's supposed to do. But the technician must be the best educated.
And is it a must for the nail salon owner to be a technician themselves?
No, not to be a technician, but about 4 years ago, we started when we were doing setups. We realized that some of the ladies were not able to manage. So we started a management program for all the owners and the managers, and we have a 3-day program, whether it's online or offline. They learn everything, and then my company is asking me, "Oh, so you are going to share your trade secrets?" I said, "If that's what makes them successful, so be it." So we share everything.
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation, ma'am. I would like to present this token of appreciation to you.